Okay. Good afternoon, students. So, I welcome you all to our online class. Okay. As you know, this is your science class now. So, today your topic will be, means the chapter will be chapter number 13. As we are doing this chapter, you might have seen in the previous class or in the previous video. So, we will do chapter number 13, the solar system. Okay, and you might have seen the previous videos that has been uploaded in the YouTube channel, that we have almost completed the chapter. We have done up to the movement of the earth. Today your topic will be seasons. Okay, seasons, your topic will be seasons. Yes, Shomili. Okay, today your topic will be seasons. This is page number 85 in your science book. Okay, before starting this one, this seasons, okay, let me have a recap what we have learned from this chapter. Those who have not able to see the video, you must search for the video of my class in the YouTube channel, you will able to see there. Okay, the chapter is very important for you because many more information is there about our earth, solar system. Okay, see here, we have learned in this chapter, I am talking about page number 80. Okay, now just a recap, I am revising the chapter. You know, we have learned here what is universe. The vast space that you see when you look up at the sky and everything in it is called universe. This universe, you know, it includes all the heavenly bodies, like the stars are there, planets are there, satellites are there, meteoroids and comets are there. Then we have learned the solar system. What is the solar system? Solar system, the sun, the 8 planets and their satellites and other heavenly bodies like comets and asteroids form the solar system. Very beautiful picture. You can see this on page number 80. See the picture. Very good looking. So all the planets are there. 8 planets are there. Okay. Now next we have learned also stars. What is a star? A star is a huge ball of gases, and the nearest star is the sun. Nearest star is the sun, you know. Then we have learned the sun. The sun is a hot ball of glowing gases at the center of our solar system. And we can see these stars, these planets and other heavenly bodies through the device called telescope. So telescope help us to see the distant objects near. Then we have learned from page number 81, I am talking about, we have learned the planets, different planets, name of those planets, and the Indian name is there, and about description, time taken to complete one revolution, number of satellites. Satellites means here the moon, number of moons present. Okay, we have learned that Mercury, it is called Budh, Venus is called Shukra, Earth is called Prithvi, Mars is called Mangal, Jupiter is called Brihaspati, Saturn is called Shani. This is all the Indian name. You have to learn this table. You will have to memorize this table, learn the table. Okay. Uranus is called Arun and Neptune is called Varun. Okay. Then we have also learned what are satellites. Satellites, you know, small heavenly bodies that revolve around the planet. They are called satellites. And moon is the satellite. Moon they have their own satellite. Moon is our natural satellite of the earth. Okay. Then we have also learned about other heavenly bodies like asteroids, comets are there, meteoroids are there. Okay. Then we have also learned why earth is called a unique planet. I am talking about page number 83 now. Why earth is called a unique planet? You know, earth is a unique planet because on this planet only life can exist, because there is the life supporter gas called oxygen is present here. Atmosphere is there, oxygen is there. This atmosphere controls regulating the temperature of the earth, and this water also present there. Okay, so it is unique. Then we have learned the structure of the earth. You know, there are three layers of the earth. They are crust, mantle and core. Crust is the outermost layer, mantle is the middle layer, and core is the inner layer. Core is divided into two parts. One is outer core and the another is inner core. Then we have also learned from page number 84 that movement of the earth. You know, movement of the earth. The earth has two movements, namely the rotation and the revolution. You know, rotation, the spinning of the earth on its own axis is called rotation. This rotation is completed in 24 hours. The earth completes one rotation in 24 hours. It is called the solar day, and this rotation causes day and night. Revolution, you have also learned the movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. The earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution. This time period is called the solar year, and the revolution causes season. Then we have learned days and night. How days and nights are caused? You know, the part of the earth facing the sun receives the sunlight and has day. The other half of the earth, which is away from the sun, does not receive any sunlight and is night. So as the earth rotates, different places move near or away from the sunlight. Why does the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west? A question is there. I am talking about page number 84. Why does the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west? This is because the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west because the earth rotates from west to east on its own axis. Okay. Now today we will start from season. This is page number 85, and this page number 85. Okay, you must see their season. You know seasons, how seasons is caused. Seasons are caused by the revolution of the earth. Okay, so the earth revolves around the sun. However, during its revolution, the earth always remains tilted on its axis at an angle of 23.5 degree. So the earth is, suppose this is the earth, this is the middle portion, the earth is tilted this way. This angle, the angle that earth is tilted on its axis at an angle of 23.5 degree. So the angle is equal to 23.5 degree. Okay. So during its revolution, the earth always remains tilted on its axis at an angle of 23.5 degree. As a result, at a certain time of the year, the northern hemisphere is bent towards the sun, while the southern hemisphere is away from it. At some other time, about 6 months later, this reverse happen, means the southern hemisphere is bent towards the sun, while northern hemisphere is away from it. You know what is the northern and southern hemisphere? Suppose this is the equator, this upper portion, this is the north pole, this is the south pole. So this region, it is the southern hemisphere SH, this is northern hemisphere. Okay, one time the sun is bent towards the northern hemisphere, means the northern hemisphere is getting the sunlight. Then when it revolving, it rotating also revolving, when it this southern hemisphere, then in the after 6 months it is getting this sunlight. Okay, so at some other time, about 6 months later, the southern hemisphere is bent towards the sun, while the northern hemisphere is away from it. The hemisphere which is tilted towards the sun gets the direct sun rays, so it is warmer, it has longer days and shorter nights, it has summer. So the hemisphere which is tilted towards the sun, means which is facing the sun, it is getting the direct sunlight, so this hemisphere will get the summer season. So the days are longer and the nights are shorter. This is summer. At the same time, the other hemisphere that is away from the sun, other hemisphere it is away from the sun, not towards the sun, it is away from the sun. this hemisphere will get the slanting rays and it will be cooler. So the days are shorter and longer will be the night. So this is the winter season for that hemisphere. For example, when it is summer in India, please remember this one. When it is summer in India, in northern hemisphere, Brazil, which is in southern hemisphere, has winter. So India is having the summer, Brazil is having the winter. Regions at or near the equator receive the same amount of sunlight all around the year. So it is like summer means 12 hours day and 12 hours night throughout the year. So regions which is near the equator, equator means at the center, this is the equator, okay, at the center this equator is getting the direct sunlight. So the regions near the equator or at the equator will have summer season all the year, okay, 12 hours day and 12 hours night throughout the year. Autumn comes between summer and winter, while spring comes between winter and summer. Autumn and spring are neither very cold nor very hot. Okay, so autumn and winter, autumn and spring are neither very cold nor very hot. Thus, revolution and tilting of the earth causes changes in seasons in different parts of the earth. So remember, you can underline here, revolution and tilting of the earth causes changes in seasons in different parts of the earth. You know, the earth completes one revolution in 365 and 1/4 days. That means 365 days and 6 hours the earth is taking to make one complete revolution around the sun. This is also there in your, I have told you. Okay. So we have completed the chapter here. Please switch off the front camera. Okay. So now there are keywords in the chapter. Keywords you will learn as one word answer. You know, keywords you will learn as one word answer. At the side you can write, all of you will write there one word answer. Okay. See here, suppose I will write spinning of the earth on its axis. Suppose question is there this way, spinning of the earth on its own axis, on its own axis. Answer, you will write answer as rotation. This way we will learn as one word answer. These keywords you learn as one word answer. For example, movement of the earth around the sun, revolution. Okay, this way. So we have completed the chapter. Now we will solve the exercise. All of you will open page number 86 in your science book. I will rub this one. Okay, this is the exercise now. This is page number 86. Today we will do page number 86 only. So number A, tick the correct answer. All of you will do in the book with the help of your pencil there. Yes. Number 1, the earth is called the dash planet. It is blue. You will tick mark blue there. Number 2, what is this imaginary line that divides the earth in two equal halves called? It is called equator. You will write equator. You will tick mark equator. Number 3, which is the coldest planet of the solar system? It is Neptune. It is Neptune. Tick mark Neptune. Number 4, which is the hottest planet of the solar system? It is Venus. Yes, it is Venus. Number 5, an imaginary line passing through the center of the earth and coming out from the north pole and the south pole is called axis. It is called axis. You will tick mark axis. Now number 6, what does the earth, part of the earth facing the sun have? Part of the earth facing the sun. So it is having day. Yes, of course, day. You will tick mark day. Now we will do number B. B is your fill in the blanks. Number 1, the dash is the natural satellite of the earth. Which one? It is the moon. Yes. Number 1 is moon. Number 2, dash is the smallest planet. It is Mercury. Number 3, dash is the planet with rings around it. It is Saturn. Of course, Saturn, we know. Very beautiful to look. Rings. Number 4, the earth rotates from dash on its own axis. Upasana, if you see this one, you may change your mode. You change it to grid mode, grid view mode. Okay? Not together mode, grid view mode, Upasana. Okay. Number 4, the earth rotates from west to east. West to east. Okay. Number 5, places getting slanted sun rays at a certain time of the year have winter. Number 6, the outermost layer of the earth is called, it is called crust. Number 7, our dash is a huge ball of gases, it is star. And number 8, dash are heavenly bodies that move in orbits around the sun, it is planets. Okay? Okay. Upasana, if you have any problem in seeing, you change your mode from together mode to grid view mode. Okay? Now we will solve the match the following. So I'll rub here, I'll rub number A. I think all of you have completed. Okay. Now number C. Match the following. Okay. Column A and column B. Okay. Column A, number 1, it is satellites. Number 2, stars. Number 3, Uranus. Number 4, Saturn. Okay. Now here column B, number A, huge ball of gases. Huge ball of gases. Number B, heavenly bodies which revolve which revolve around the planets. Around the planets. Number C, second largest planet. Second largest planet. And number D, third largest planet. Third largest planet. Okay, now the answer, all of you must do this in your book. Okay, satellites, it will be number B, heavenly bodies which revolve around the planets. Okay, it is 1. I have circled it, number 1. Stars, huge ball of gases, number 2. Answer will be A, huge ball of gases. Number 3, Uranus, it will be third largest planet. Okay, 3 will be D. And number 4, Saturn, it will be second largest planet. 4 will be C. Okay, so your answer will be, I will write the answer here. One will be B, 2 will be A, 3 will be D, and 4 will be C. This is the answer for match the following. Not 2A, Tanushree. 2 will be A. 2 will be A, yes, 2A, 1B. 3D, 4C. Okay. So, okay. Today up to this match the following. Okay. In the next class or in the next video that will be uploaded in YouTube channel, that will be uploaded in YouTube channel, we will be doing this section D onwards from the exercise of this chapter 13, the solar system. And I will request everyone to watch the offline videos also, because it is also very important, because question answer will be there, explanation of chapter will be also there. Okay. So till then, thank you everyone and goodbye.